Hello, this is Agnes Parko again, or Miss Parko for my students. I would like to show you what has happened so far with these trash can pieces of fabric. So I ironed everything and sorted them according to sizes, and then I'm cutting them down. I have a system for my own scrap pieces, so I was following the same thing. First, I take every piece and try to cut them into the biggest possible square. So I have some 5 centimeter squares here. For those who are not from Europe, here we measure things in centimeter. You see my cutting mat is with inches, so I sometimes use both. Depends on the pattern I'm following. Right now I'm not following a pattern, so I am just measuring in centimeters. So these are 5 centimeter squares. That's about 2 inches. These are 6 centimeter squares, and I started to put them out in 4 patches. Maybe that's how I'm going to sew them together. I have a few other squares here in a pile. I need to sort them out 7, 8 and 9 centimeters. I don't know what I will do with them. Lots of smaller pieces, so little rectangles that weren't big enough for a square, and strips, all kinds of strips, smaller and bigger. These are a bit longer strips. And then here is this pile. These are mostly salvages or very narrow long strips that are not wide enough for sewing. I'm putting them together in a bag. I will use them later on for weaving rag rugs. And then I have another plastic bag here with really small pieces, the ones that I cut off when I clean up a stripe like that, for example. And I can't promise that I will do something with those, but I will try. It has happened before that I made a new piece of fabric using just this kind of leftovers and cut-offs. We will see. But right now I want to focus on putting together this quilt, and the idea is that I will start with the smallest pieces, and I will use them and put them together in blocks. And as you can see, all the 6 centimeter squares, they were enough for 4 patches, so that's not very much. But the thing I am going to do that I learned from Darlene, I will put a link in the description below of Darlene's videos where I learned this technique from. So I will put this together with a background which will probably be a natural color like cream or something, or off-white, and then I am going to make a frame for them, probably out of all this grey, because if you look through this pile, it's mostly black and white and greys and just very few colorful pieces. So as I suspected at the beginning, I will probably have to take out my own scrap boxes and take some colorful pieces, otherwise it will be a really boring gray and black and white quilt. But we will see. Maybe I will make one more in just gray and black and white. We will see. Here you can see there are some blues and just 1 or 2 pieces of pink and red, but not much, and some yellow, but again not much. So I will probably need to add some color to this. So I'm not cutting everything up yet. Here are these pieces. These are mostly stripes, but quite wide, some of them. But I'm not cutting them off, not cutting them up before I know what I want to use them for. So I will start with the very small pieces with these 4 patches, and we will see where we go from there. Hopefully next time I can sew you some pieces that are sewn together. Bye bye, see you later.